The city of Marion has mapped and identified thousands of veterans' grave sites as part of a new effort to honor local service members. Waylon Walls-Parker shows us how the project came to be.
So far, the city has identified over 3,000 veteran gravesite locations, and that idea for the map comes from local veterans themselves.
What's being done here today, and with the databases that are being created, this will be able to go on and to persist into the future.
Retired federal judge and Marine veteran Patrick Murphy is one of those responsible for this project. The idea started with making it easier for volunteers to find veteran gravesites for holidays, but ensures those veterans' legacies live on, even after family members are no longer here to remember them.
Who's going to do this work when we can't? And come to find out, the school children are helping us.
So Murphy enlisted the city of Marion for help. And with go-ahead, the city's IT director, Terrence Henry, started working to collect a database.
We already had a GIS map to begin with for the burials. We just needed to put the veterans as another layer.
The project began in January, and initially they thought it might take a long time. But the project was boosted from decades of research compiled by the Boyd family in town.
Thanks to Mr. Harry Boyd and his lovely wife, they walked the cemetery. They had all this stuff documented.
So Henry made that information digital for people to find. And he says there are veterans identified who served in wars before World War I.
We've identified some Spanish-American wars, some Civil Wars.
He says communities across the country have shown interest in the project because veteran-specific cemetery mapping is rare, making Marion's database unique.
And we were contacted for like Arlington Cemetery and some other different places because this is something that a lot of places just never thought about.
And the project is picking up more momentum, with families calling in to add their veterans to the map.
Public service really is respected in this community.
Judge Murphy says their work isn't finished yet. They hope to identify more veteran graves across Marion and inspire other communities to follow suit. In Marion, Waylon Walls-Parker, Heartland News.